Jimbo's Garage.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Jimbo's Garage. Well, my daughter Jenna came up to me and asked me if I would make her a dresser. And I told her sure, I would. And about a year ago I had made her a bed frame and she wanted it just at a simple rustic look. I had used like 2x6s, 2x4s, made a frame, a headboard, and some storage underneath it. And did a whitewash finish on it. That was the look that she was looking for. It turned out really nice. Now she's asked me to make this dresser similar to whitewash finish, but we're going to put a light stain on the drawer fronts of this dresser. So I thought that would be pretty cool. And it's going to consist of 3 pieces. It's not going to be just one big dresser. I'm going to have 3 individual pieces, 2 outside pieces, and a centerpiece that come together. She wants that option, so in case she wants to remove the centerpiece and make that into where it could be a desk, you put a chair in there. So she likes those options, so that's what we're going to do. So I've got a couple pieces of oak plywood here that I'm going to use for the outside of the cabinet, if you will. And then I've got this piece of 1/4-inch birch plywood. That's going to be the backing. And then we're going to use solid oak for the drawer fronts. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Let's do it. Okay, so here's kind of what we're doing here. I've got a simple little sketch here of what it's going to look like. Here's the 3 pieces. You've got this piece here, the centerpiece, and this piece here. These 2 pieces are exactly the same, and the centerpiece a little bit narrower. It's basically going to be about 22 inches deep, 30 inches high, and about 72 inches long, about 6 foot long. I'm going to go ahead and just put a, the top for it is basically just going to be the tops of the cabinets for now, giving her the option to remove this piece, and I'll make a top, an alternate top that would go over the top of this, and then she could possibly have a little stool or a little chair that would go in here and have that option as well. So here's my pieces, here are the dimensions of what I need to do, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're going to get started by cutting the sides out to the dresser here, and I'm going to be using my Hilti 18-volt cordless skill saw, which has been working really great for me. One of these days, I need to get a real table saw if I want to continue to do this type of work. And also, I'm using these straight edges. I picked these things up at Harbor Freight. I got a 4-footer and a 3-footer, and I think I paid about $15 for the pair of these things. And I gotta say, so far they're pretty cool. They work pretty good. You know, beats the way I used to use it by just clamping down a 2x4 or a level. But anyways, everything's looking good and working good. Okay, so as you can see, I've got most of the cabinets cut for the backs and for the sides. I've got the back right here. I'm going to be cutting that out right now. I went down to the lumber supply store with my daughter to pick out some oak for the front stiles and the front drawer fronts. And if it was up to me, I would have picked out some really nice grain oak, make it look real nice. But she wanted to pick out the knotty, ugly pieces of board. She told me she wanted some knots in the front of the drawer fronts and wanted to look kind of rugged. So that's what we got. So with that said, let's get to cutting, slicing up some oak and cut out the backs for the cabinets. One other thing I want to take note is I got this piece of 2-inch by 8-inch maple given to me, and I couldn't turn it down. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It is a nice chunk of maple, nice straight board, nice hardwood. I'm sure I'll figure out something to do with it, but that's another project. All right, let's get going. All right, so here I'm cutting out the back to the dresser, and I'm using some 1/4-inch. This is just some 1/4-inch birch plywood. Now these things come in 5-foot square sheets. This is why you see me using my level on this to get a straight edge. That straight edge clamp that I bought, it's only 4 foot long, wouldn't quite fit across here. But go back to trusty old level, works really good. So after we've got everything cut out, I got things sanded down, just using a sanding block right here. And then we're going to go ahead and take the drawer fronts, solid oak drawer fronts, and I'm just going to make some rough cuts with them for right now. Just get them close, and we'll get them trimmed up on the miter saw in a little bit. Okay, so we got all our wood pieces cut out for the cabinets. I'm going to go ahead and start assembling those. They should go fairly quick. We're just doing 3 individual cabinets, a top and a back on it. I'm going to be using Tight Bond Ultimate Wood Glue, gluing everything together. Staple gun for the backing right here, and 1¼ inch nails for the rest of the frame. Once we get all the frames all put together, then we're going to cut out the hardwood for the face or the stiles for the front of the cabinets. So let's get started. Well, there we go. We got the 3 cabinets put together, and now they all line up pretty good, but now we're going to go ahead and put the stiles or the front of the cabinets on, and we're going to be slicing up some 3/4 inch red oak for that. So let's get that all cut up, and we'll get the fronts on, and then we'll be able to start the drawers. Here we're just slicing up the you know, I think they're called stiles. I think that's what they're called, or stiles for the front. I'm not a cabinet builder for the front of the cabinet, but anyways, this is going to give it that oak appearance. And you know what? I made this video a while back, and since then I've invested in some push sticks, so you'll be seeing those in videos to come. Okay, after getting them all cut out, we're now just gluing and nailing them all to the front of the cabinets, and everything is turning out good so far, and I'm pretty pleased with the way it's coming out. So let's get this done and get ready for part 2 of the dresser build.
See you next time on Jimbo's Garage.